Hey, welcome back. Finally getting around to finishing some of my little projects here. Um, I wanted to take you with me to one of my favorite places in Iowa. This is a state park that's located not even a half hour from where I live. It's a place that I used to camp at all the time. My dad took me here when I was little, and I started taking my son when he was little here. And he hadn't been back, so he is with me on this particular venture. As soon as I told him I was coming back here, he was really excited and he said, "Yeah, I'd like to come too." Um, this was done, I want to say maybe, a few weeks after I came back home to the US. Um, so the trees are just starting to turn. You can see some of the leaves are starting to turn that golden yellow color. Summer's still here. It was a very warm day, probably close to 90 degrees, but there was a nice breeze, um, which is another reason why I turned off the volume on this. So from here, where the parking lot is, I'm taking you down to the river. So this park, um, it sits exactly alongside the Cedar River. Um, Now, at this time of the year, the river's mostly dry, like in this area. So you're only going to see a little bit of water right here. Um, but they've built a lot of these pathways. Um, so these wooden pieces didn't used to be there when I was a kid. The cement, though, that's been there forever, as far as I know. I think it was originally put in the 30s when they first started building out the park and making it easier for people to come to it. I would say 1930s. Um, So from here, you can take a little path that leads what would be to near the edge of the river. However, there are signs, and that's because the Cedar River has very dangerous currents. It's a very fast moving river. On the surface, it doesn't look dangerous, but I've been on in it a couple of times, and I've had my feet swept out from under me due to how fast the water is moving. And once you get swept by the current, you'll go flying down the river. Um, but from here, this was an old dam many years ago. A lot of it has been washed out. To give you an idea, this used to be complete, one piece of concrete, and basically the river, due to its current and how fast it moves, has ripped this thing apart over the years. A lot of it's still in existence. So in this, you can't really see, but there's some geese, and they go flying by. I wish the video had been a little bit better for that, or that I could have zoomed it, because these are Canadian geese. They fly down um, south during this time of the year, um, but they stick around during the wintertime too. But they're loud and they will attack you. They're kind of funny. I don't mind them. My grandparents had them. I got attacked all the time when I was a kid. So, this is a channel, a portion of the dam that is eroding and falling apart. But now the river is dry at this portion. During the springtime, when all of the snow melts and we start getting a lot of rain, this will fill up. This whole area will be underwater, what we're in now. Um, but I just wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what it looks like here. Throughout this video, I'll probably be throwing in little pieces of music and silly other things just to keep you entertained, because, me talking all the time will just, you're not going to want to listen to my voice. enjoy the video. I will be popping on in and out just to kind of review a few things and share some things. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Hey, well, guess what? I'm going to show you something kind of neat. So, in the midst of this path, and there's hiking trails all throughout this park where you can just kind of wander about and see different pieces of it. But this opens to a little beach area that you can kind of swim at. It's safe as long as you don't leave this area. The currents aren't too bad along the edge. If you go too far out on the other side of the river, though, you can get swept pretty quick. That side's mostly for boating or fishing, whereas right by the shore, people can swim. It's a nice little, kind of sandy beach, kind of muddy. I don't know, it's a little weird. So, if you remember how I told you that we do have areas where you can grill or cook outside, and I mentioned that I had done that before, this is one of those. Now, these things are kind of heavy because it's all iron, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Giovanni could build one of these. Wouldn't that be neat? But that's what we use here in the US, are things similar to that. Or we might just have a campfire on the ground in which we build or bring our own iron grate with some stones where we'll set it up, kind of like how you had it um, at Papa Felix and Mama Arlene's home. Um, So yeah, I have had experience grilling and cooking. Um, I've made soup outside. I've made steaks. I've made chicken, hamburgers. You name it. I've probably done it. I've even made coffee out on a campfire. Um, One of my favorite things, of course, is coffee. Ganahan ko agkape, of course. Um, But yeah, so you can see there's lots of little picnic benches, places for people to gather, come out and eat. There are also some, that in the distance there is a bathroom. Um, there's a road that runs through here because there's another area that's deeper in here that I'll be taking you to that has a parking lot and an area where people can go to go on another part of the trail and go hiking further. So I'm going to take you all the way to the end before I return for a last message. Talk to you soon. So, a little thing that I wanted to point out, Americans are kind of weird, as you already know. Belong. But so we also like to rock climb, and as a pastime. So, this particular area of Palisades has areas where you are allowed to do regular rock climbing. And it has some pretty steep areas, as you can tell. I am not one of those people who enjoy such things, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it's absolutely normal out here. But here, I'm leading you to the last little place. And here we are, and somewhere out there is where you're at. Somewhere out in the west. All right. Well, thank you. I miss you guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I wanted to bring you a little piece of Iowa. This place, it really is a beautiful place. So, until next time, cheers.